The ancient Roman gladiatorial games, an integral part of Roman culture, were known for their brutal and bloody spectacles. Gladiators, who were often slaves, prisoners of war, or condemned criminals, fought each other to the death for the entertainment of the masses. However, human combat was not the only attraction in these arenas. The Romans also introduced wild animals into the spectacles, pitting gladiators against these beasts in dramatic and deadly confrontations. This practice, known as venatio, added an extra layer of excitement and danger to the games, drawing large crowds and showcasing the power and reach of the Roman Empire. Here we'll explore the various animals that ancient Roman gladiators fought for sport and the significance of these brutal encounters. Lions were among the most popular and feared animals in Roman arenas. Captured from North Africa, these majestic beasts symbolize power and ferocity. Known for their impressive size and distinctive dark mane, Barbary lions once roamed the regions of North Africa, including the Atlas Mountains. These lions were larger than their African savanna counterparts, with males sometimes exceeding 10 feet, around 3 meters in length, and weighing up to 600 pounds or 272 kilograms. Lions were used to execute condemned criminals who were often thrown into the arena unarmed to face the savage predators. Gladiators also fought lions, showcasing their bravery and skill. These encounters were meant to demonstrate the might of Rome and its dominion over the wild. Roman records and archaeological evidence suggest that Barbary lions were not just pitted against gladiators, but also used in staged hunts involving various wild animals. The Romans would sometimes starve the lions before the games, heightening their aggression and making the battles even more dramatic and deadly. Tigers, primarily sourced from India, were another exotic and dangerous animal featured in Roman games. Tigers were prized for their strength and beauty, and their rarity made them a significant attraction. Similar to lions, tigers were also pitted against both criminals and trained gladiators. The presence of such exotic creatures highlighted Rome's extensive trade networks and the wealth of its emperors. Male Bengal tigers can weigh between 400 and 570 pounds, or 180 to 260 kilograms, and measure up to 9 to 10 feet, or 2.7 to 3 meters in length, including the tail. Bears, particularly the Eurasian brown bear, were commonly used in Roman arenas. These powerful animals were known for their brute strength and ferocity. Bears were often pitted against gladiators armed with spears or other weapons, creating intense and bloody battles. Bears were also used in fights against other wild animals, adding variety to the spectacles and keeping the audience entertained. Adult male Eurasian bears typically weigh between 550 and 660 pounds, or 250 to 300 kilograms. However, in some regions, particularly in the eastern parts of their range, males can weigh up to 880 pounds, or 400 kilograms. They can measure between 7 to 8.5 feet, or 2.1 to 2.6 meters from nose to tail. When standing on all fours, they can be about 3 to 5 feet, or 0.9 to 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder. When standing on their hind legs, they can reach up to 10 feet, or 3 meters in height. We generally have a fondness for bears these days, as evidenced by their place in our popular culture. However, an abused wild brown bear would be a fearsome foe in the arena. Elephants, imported from North Africa and India, were used in Roman games not only for combat, but also for grand displays and processions. An elephant would have been a key part of any official triumph, highlighting a strategic military victory. However, in Colosseum battles, elephants were often pitted against groups of gladiators or other large animals. Their sheer size and strength made these encounters particularly dramatic. Interestingly enough, North African elephants are now extinct, but they were typically smaller than modern African elephants. Indian elephants are a subspecies of Asian elephants and also typically smaller than African elephants. Nonetheless, these elephants would have been extremely dangerous, likely reaching a shoulder height of 2.4 meters or 7 feet and 10 inches, and weighing 4,000 to 7,000 kilograms, or 8,800 to 15,400 pounds. Elephants symbolized exoticism and the far-reaching power of Rome, captivating the imagination of the audience. Wolves, native to Europe, were occasionally used in gladiatorial games. While not as exotic as lions or tigers, wolves were nonetheless feared for their cunning and ferocity. We know them today to be relatively shy creatures, but when provoked, they are quite dangerous. Gladiators would face packs of wolves, creating chaotic and dangerous battles. These encounters emphasized the gladiators' skill and courage in the face of a relentless and unpredictable enemy. Wild boars were another common animal in the Roman arenas. Known for their aggressive nature and sharp tusks, boars posed a significant threat to gladiators. These battles were particularly challenging, as the boars were fast and could deliver deadly wounds with their tusks. These fights were in the days when infections were not readily treatable, so a nasty bite or gouge that introduced germs could certainly mean permanent disability or death. The inclusion of wild boars in the games showcased the diversity of challenges that gladiators had to overcome. In Western and Central Europe today, the largest boars weigh 200 kilograms or 440 pounds. Crocodiles, sourced from the Nile River in Egypt, added an element of the exotic to the Roman games. These dangerous reptiles were usually featured in staged hunts or fights in specially constructed water-filled arenas. Gladiators would have to use their wits and agility to avoid the crocodile's powerful jaws, creating a thrilling and suspenseful spectacle for the audience. A large Nile crocodile can be 1,770 pounds or 771 kilograms and as long as a large truck. Rhinoceroses, with their formidable size and thick skin, were a rare but impressive addition to the gladiatorial games. Imported from Africa and India, these animals were used in battles against other large animals or groups of gladiators. The presence of rhinoceroses in the arena demonstrated the wealth and power of the organizers, as well as the logistical capabilities of the Roman Empire in transporting such massive creatures. North African rhinos were a subspecies of white rhinoceroses. They were slightly smaller and lighter than their southern white rhino counterparts. While both subspecies could reach lengths of around 3.7 to 4 meters or 12 to 13 feet, the northern white rhinos were generally shorter. Their weight also tended to be less, reaching up to 1,600 kilograms or 3,500 pounds, compared to the southern white rhinos' 2,000 to 2,400 kilograms or 4,400 to 5,300 pounds. The last known specimen died only recently in 2018. Hippopotamuses, like crocodiles, were used in water-based spectacles. These massive animals, sourced from Africa, were known for their unpredictable and aggressive behavior. Hippopotamuses are the deadliest land mammals on Earth today, killing an estimated 500 people per year. They are highly territorial and aggressive, and their powerful jaws and sharp teeth can inflict severe injuries. Battles involving hippopotamuses required specially constructed arenas with water features, adding a unique and dangerous element to the games. The inclusion of hippopotamuses highlighted the Romans' fascination with exotic wildlife and their desire to showcase their control over nature. Leopards, with their agility and speed, provided a different type of challenge for gladiators. These predators, sourced from Africa and Asia, were known for their stealth and hunting prowess. Leopards are capable of short bursts of speed, reaching up to 35 miles per hour or 56 kilometers per hour. They're excellent climbers and have tremendous bite force. This agility enables them to catch swift and crafty prey. Fights involving leopards were fast-paced and required gladiators to be quick and precise in their movements. The use of leopards in the games emphasized the gladiators' versatility and adaptability in facing various threats. Not surprisingly, bulls were a staple of the Roman games, used in both combat and religious ceremonies. Known for their strength and aggression, bulls were pitted against gladiators in dramatic battles. These encounters required gladiators to use their strength and skill to avoid the bull's powerful charges and horns. The inclusion of bulls in the games also had a cultural significance, as bulls were often associated with various deities and rituals in Roman religion. The entertainment aspect of bulls has survived even to today, where bullfighting is still a popular spectator sport in many parts of the world. While not as dangerous as other animals, stags and deer were also used in staged hunts and chases within the arena. These events were more about showcasing the skill of the hunters and the agility of the animals rather than deadly combat. The inclusion of stags and deer added variety to the games and provided a break from the more relatively brutal spectacles. Hyenas, sourced from Africa and Asia, were known for their scavenging behavior and powerful jaws. These animals were used in the games to add an element of unpredictability and danger. Gladiators would face hyenas in the arena, showcasing their ability to handle a wide range of threats. The use of hyenas highlighted the diversity of wildlife that the Romans could access and control. Additionally, hyenas have incredibly sharp teeth, capable of crushing bones and tearing through flesh. They have remarkable stamina and endurance, which comes from sustained hunting in packs. Ostriches, although not predators, were used in races and hunts within the arena. These large birds native to Africa were known even then for their speed and provided a different type of spectacle for the audience. Races involving ostriches were entertaining and showcased the Romans' fascination with exotic animals. Ostriches are the fastest land birds. They can reach speeds of up to 43 miles or 70 kilometers per hour. Today, this sort of inhumane treatment of such amazing creatures largely strikes us as barbaric. However, thousands of Romans over the course of several hundred years didn't see it that way. The use of animals in Roman gladiatorial games was a testament to the power, wealth, and reach of the Roman Empire. The inclusion of such diverse and dangerous animals required immense resources and logistical planning, reflecting the organizational prowess of the Romans. These games reflected the social and political dynamics of the time, where emperors and elites used these spectacles to gain favor with the public. While the gladiatorial games are often remembered for their brutality, they also provide a fascinating glimpse into the relationship between humans and animals in ancient times. The courage and skill of the gladiators, the exotic and dangerous animals, and the sheer scale of the spectacles continue to captivate our imagination and remind us of the grandeur and complexity of ancient Rome. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the brutal and fascinating world of Roman gladiatorial games. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible variety of animals that gladiators faced, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your fellow history and ancient biology enthusiasts. It really helps the channel team out. Don't forget to subscribe to Primalia for more captivating stories from our planet's rich past. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next adventure.